Hello everybody, my name is John McCurdy. I'm here with my beloved, amazing, precious wife, Romana Aniya. Such an honor. I've been feeling for a while to bring in a message from my soul, from our souls. And so we decided to do it together. Don't know how it's going to go yet, so we're just going to dive in and have some fun. See where we go. So,
Yeah, hello everybody from me too. I'm also very honored to be here with you and with John as we do this channel together, this experience together, as we feel we are gonna do that more and more together in the future.
yes.
So maybe let's see what is going to be happening today, what is to be said, to be experienced. How do you feel? Are you ready?
Getting there. We're here in our little mountain cottage in the mountains of Slovenia. Um, we were going to do it on the green screen, but decided to do it with the window behind us. So you can see a little bit of the beautiful countryside here, although it's kind of cloudy and blustery out there today. If you see some strange orbs behind our heads, that's the reflections of our lights in the windows. So
it's
but
not a moon or something
right.
like
So it's our little cheap and simple, quick put together studio here in our little cottage. Such a beautiful, quiet place up here. We're very happy, and don't know what's next, but gosh, that's just how it seems to be these days. So, unless you have more to say, I'd say let's get started. Romana will open the space for us, and we'll see where we go.
Yeah. Okay. So I would invite us to just take a comfortable position. Maybe this experience you can also close your eyes however you feel along the way, because it's gonna be quite deep. And so I would invite all of us to find comfortable position, maybe lie down, sit, whatever you feel. Just make sure that this is really gonna be sacred time for you, so there will be nobody interrupting your space, and that you take your time for you, for your connection, for your soul, to feel the presence of deeper love of you, and for the expansion of you in the unknown. Take a deep breath. And just be aware that you are safe, that you are in embrace of your own soul, that you are a soul, that you are divinity and human, and just calm down. I feel there is lots of beings of light around us. Gaia is holding us in her loving hands. Masters are gathering to be on this gathering with us, all of us listening, experiencing this, creating a sacred, safe space to feel, to be who you are, to allow ourselves to just be whole and all that we are in this moment. Just take few deep breaths deep in the belly. Let your light enlighten your whole body. Relax into your light. Allow the love to flow freely in your heart. And feel this beauty that you are, magnificent you, beautiful you. Allow yourself to feel this beauty of the wholeness of you. If you're ready, John.
Mm. Ah, indeed. I am that I am. We are that we are. I am. Oh, John's called me Master Anna, Master John. I am all that John is. I am joined here with Romana's soul. I like to call her Master Aniya. She's not sure if she likes that yet or not, but here we are all together. And if you open in this message, if you allow it, you might hear your own soul also coming through. So. John's been feeling this message coming for a while, or at least little parts of it. He's been going through an interesting time over the summer out here in this remote place in the mountains, beautiful place, very isolated. It's been a very good thing for both of us. But also confusing at times because the mind keeps trying to figure out what's next. Going to get cold up here pretty soon. What do we do then? There'll be snow so that the cars won't come in and out. What do we do then? And we haven't been bringing in very much money lately. What are we going to do? And we, John and Romana souls, we keep reminding them, be still. We are in charge. It all works out. Come back to, I exist. Oh, you've heard that before. I exist. Now, what does that mean? The mind tries to do what the mind does with it. Doesn't quite understand, but let's feel it a little bit. You exist. You always have. You always will. You cannot not exist. You are your soul. You still tend to feel like your soul is some being outside of you that somehow manipulates you or something, or you don't quite know what to make of it. But the truth is, your soul is you. You created, you existed before time existed. And you decided you wanted to understand, to experience, to know who you are and everything about yourself. So you created time and space, and ultimately this little planet called Earth. This framework of this template you call mass consciousness, so that you could experience together and bounce off of each other, seemingly. All to come to know yourself better. So you're here having an experience. You might hear some noises in the background here as the wind blows, the window shutters. It's okay, it's just an experience. And you see, when you say I exist, it takes you back into that place of you, of your soul, of all that you are. Into that perspective of, this little human is just a little part of you having an experience. The human tends to panic. My human John has been, having quite a few moments of panic lately. Trying to figure it all out. I keep calling him back. Dear John, I exist. Come back to me. From my perspective, this experience you're having that you're all worried about, it's just an experience. It's bringing in so much wisdom, especially in this lifetime, as we bring this particular journey to a close. As we transcend this mass consciousness. Not to just die like you always have before, but to transcend, to become all that you are and still be able to play in the experience on your choice, because you are part of me. We're doing this together. John wonders at times, what about all these pains in my body? They're so intense sometimes. Well, when he remembers to come back to I exist, then he remembers it's just an experience. And then it's just pain in the body. It's just nerves playing a game with your brain. And you don't have to suffer. Even if it hurts like crazy sometimes, suffering is a choice. I exist. From that perspective, it's just a little short experience. So, let's feel into this. Feel into your own soul, your own I exist. This bright light that you are. But you're not just light, you're the deepest darkness. It's all together. Not in a way that cancels each other out, but in a way that provides color and contrast and beauty and amazing experiences. Feel yourself. Feel yourself coming home. This part of you went on this long journey to experience yourself. It wasn't to learn anything. It wasn't to as a punishment or anything like that. It was to experience yourself. You already know everything. Everything there is to know, it's already part of you. It wasn't to learn. It was to experience. So here you are, the human on earth, the experiencer, and now you're coming home. Oh, while you stay on earth. Coming home to soul, to all that you are. You're opening up to this perspective of I exist. I am that I am. I am the light. I am the dark. I am every one of these experiences. I am everything I perceive, including the others, in a way. They exist also in their own creation. But this is my creation. I exist. This is my imagination, you could say. My soul's imagination. And it's just an experience. Feel as you come back to the awareness of all that you are. Oh, be still, mind. The mind wants to bring that into itself. It wants to own it. It wants to put it into words and concepts and definitions. Who you are is so far beyond any definition. I can try to describe a few of your attributes, of our attributes. It is so far beyond any definition. So just be still, mind. Feel the grand magnificence of all that you are. Feel the light. Feel the dark. All the beauty that together they have created or manifested. Feel the other facets of you that exist right now in other parts of this timescape. It's all you. It's all experiences. The pain flares up in your body, or things don't go the way you thought they should in your human life. Come back to this perspective of your grandness, of your brilliance. Remember, this is just a momentary instant in eternity, because that's what you are. You exist outside of time, for lack of a better description. But you are eternity. And this whole lifetime as a human, the most significant lifetime you've ever lived on earth, is still just a just a brief instant in your existence. Can you feel that? Can you feel how insignificant these little aches and pains and frustrations, fears and doubts are in the whole picture of you? That doesn't mean they're not significant to you. They are. You feel them. But when you come back to this perspective, they're just the tiniest blip. You can deal with that. And maybe that can ease some of the frustration. So many of you, including John, wonder what's going on here. We should have... Why is it taking so long? I thought everything was going to change. John felt like some big change was coming for him during the summer up in the mountains. And now it's coming toward autumn and he's wondering, where's that change? Well, I keep telling him, it's happening. It's huge. But the human has trouble being aware of it. You keep trying to put it into human terms. And to really know it, you have to step back to this deeper, wider perspective of soul. Of I exist. I am that I am. I am all of this. I am the creator of all of this. And all of my human doesn't understand why I created so much of this. I still created it. And I, as John's soul, had very good reasons. So Ken, and as your soul has very good reasons for every experience you've had. Can you trust that? Can you come back to that? I, the human, do not understand everything that's happening. Can you trust that? There's so much happening that the human simply doesn't have the ability to fit into the mind. It was never meant to hold that. You're opening up to more and more, but even so, you have to keep coming back to this wider perspective of your soul. That means you can't define it. It's time to stop asking why about any of these things, because that's just a mental question. It comes from your mind, and there is no true answer to it. You'll come up with mental reasons, mental answers to the question, but they're only, at best, they're only little pieces of the answer. So open up to beyond the whys and the mental definitions and reasons. It's so much bigger than that. You are so much bigger than that. Ask the mind to be still when it wants to know why. Take a breath. Ask the mind to be still and to feel. You know why. You already know why. Because your soul knows. You are your soul. So open up to that knowing. It won't come usually in mental answers. It'll come in a feeling. A simple knowing. I exist. It truly is the answer to everything. To everything that frustrates you. I exist. I'm having an experience right now, but I'm so much more than this experience. John's thinking of his finger. Sometimes he's hurt his finger, poked it or cut it or burned it or whatever. Well, from the finger's perspective, it hurts like hell. But from his perspective as John, yeah, it hurts, but it's just a little pain in the finger. It really doesn't matter very much. It's an experience. And there's wisdom that comes from those experiences. So, can you open up to this perspective of soul? You see, your soul has, to use John thinks it's a silly metaphor, but it's real. Your soul, you could say, has thousands of fingers for many of you, of lifetimes. And each of those lifetimes has so many experiences within it. So, can you step back to that experience, to that perspective, and allow these things in your human life here that feel so important to you? Can you allow them to be what they really are? is just experiences that join together with all of those other experiences and all of those other lifetimes and way beyond your earthly lifetimes. They all come together now into your knowing of who you are. To your wisdom. Even that word, mind tries to make something of it, but it's just the knowing of you. So feel deeply. And ask Romana if she feels something more to bring in here. Just keep feeling as she opens. Stay in this feeling of the brilliance of you.
I feel so much love flowing in my body while we are in this experience, receiving so much lightness and just stillness. For me, this is truly an art of expanding in who I truly am, is to allow mind to still, to just be there, but just step aside. It sometimes feels like very active and very busy and wants to help and wants to uh, do all these important things. And just to be here in this me, in the presence of my soul, just opens so much space, so much knowingness, and peace comes in and visions start to come in. Everything becomes more clear. What needs to become clear? Some things just stay unclear, which is also important, to allow this mystery of life to be grand without always trying to understand why, as John said. I would invite all of us to feel this magnificent field of lightness, of love, of deep love that is present here now. in the stillness, to just open to receive. Sometimes I like to feel in that way that so many lifetimes we were serving God or serving divinity, and now divinity wants to serve us as humans, revealing its true nature, it's us we were serving, the huge, magnificent us that we are. And now this grandness of divinity is reminding us, revealing it as this divinity that wants to serve us, that wants us as humans to receive it so we can become one, we can blend together. In this amazing consciousness that we call also Christ consciousness. But there are just names of this grandness, this grand love, grand whatever. Sometimes names are so, words are so little. But let us allow ourselves as humans to receive all this that we gave. It's coming back. It's bringing so many gifts of these little fingers, of these lifetimes, that we didn't know the whole picture, the whole perspective. And now this perspective is starting to be available to us, and this beauty and grandness. I had this dream of how I was everything, and the whole universe and the whole Gaia, and all this creation was watching through my eyes, and I just needed to breathe slowly, to come in resonance with this huge existence of all that I am, that was watching through my eyes in this dream. I just needed to slow down my mind and to just really feel this breath of life that was breathing through me, through my body, through my eyes, and me realizing, wow, it's huge. How could I think I was so limited? And how can I think that every day again? But it's so important to come back to this perspective of our vastness, which I like to call great love, because that's how it feels to me. Back to you, John.
Yeah, let's just feel for a few minutes.
Let's just breathe slowly, deeply. Feeling how this breath is moving the whole body, like a wind that you can hear outside of our cottage. It's been really windy these days, and it just feels like earth is breathing, like freely and deeply, and expands, moves, rebirths. So much rebirthing is happening right now. I feel we are really preparing for the new life, the new reality that we already entered. But it's coming slowly. It's coming slowly, and it's okay that it's slow. You don't need to rush. Everything is okay.
And it's only slow from the human perspective. John keeps coming back to this beautiful metaphor in Romana's dream. So let's take it a little deeper. Feel yourself, feel your life. Feel the world around you. Everything you perceive, everything you are aware of, feel it. Notice these eyes looking out of it at you. They are your eyes, you, perceiving you. You, the creator. You, the I am. Watching you. This little finger in your creation. This little speck in your creation, really. And yet it's you. So grand. So beautiful. So amazing. perspective to those eyes. Look through them at you, the human. Oh, pick one of these other humans that you are. Take a look at her or him, at the struggles they're going through. Let me say that in the present tense because they're going through them right now. Take a look. How do you feel about this being? This part of you that's out there going through these challenging experiences. Do you see anything bad there that they're doing? Or are they just having the experience as best they can? How do you feel about that? Do you want to just wrap your arm around them? Say, dear facet of me, it's going to be okay. I know because I'm in what you call the future. I know it all works out. And it all adds so much to who I am and who you are. We're all the same and unique at the same time. Now bring your perspective back, looking through these eyes of all that you are at this human here. What do you see? Well, this human is going through so many challenges. This is the most challenging lifetime you've ever lived. The most confusing, the most amazing, and the most challenging. Now, as from this perspective, as the I am of you, how do you feel when you look at this human? What do you want to say to this human? And whatever it is, I ask you to say it right now. And allow yourself as the human to take it in. Take in the love of all that you are.
Take it in. breathe it in. Allow this love to be compassionate to all of you, to these parts of you that are afraid or scared or whatever human experiences. These parts of you who know that they are stepping into new, and this new might also mean expose yourself more or let go of some safe spaces, maybe even some relationships, environments. It might call you, it might be calling you to truly open up, to be who you are, to do what you are preparing yourself for a long time, to let go of the identities that don't serve you anymore, to open up even more to your authentic self, to feel, to allow yourself to really be yourself. It's scary sometimes. Maybe we are entering the time when we need to share more of us, to openly show our heart, to not just be shining our light, but shine it in sharing. Each of us has different path, but what is common maybe to all of us is that we are opening to a new level of transparency, not hiding anymore so much within, but open, whatever this means for you, to live on an even deeper level, to engage in life, to allow the heart to be joyful and to be sad whatever, but to open up to this divine magnificence that we are, and human magnificence. honoring this, what human is, what human can do, what human can feel, honoring this vulnerability, which is so beautiful. I feel like so long me and many of us has been trying to be aware, be conscious, be spiritual, which meant also denying the human. But it's so beautiful to blend this together. To look at us from the eyes of our divinity and to look at divinity through the eyes of human and realizing it's the same.
Ah, and it's so grand. See, from soul's perspective, from the I am's perspective, these these little experiences that seem so big to you, oh, they feel big to your soul also. Not like they matter so much in terms of the way the human thinks of it, but they bring so much knowing, so much. You call it wisdom, but it's really just knowing. You are so grand, so very grand. Can you let that in? We're reminding John and Romana of this also. You are so very grand. Can you let it in? Those doubts come up. They're so human. And even that is a beautiful experience. Can you? Can you see through that? How grand you are? You see, as angels before you came to earth, as soul, you never had the ability to doubt yourself. Imagine that. It wasn't, it just wasn't in your realm of comprehension even to doubt yourself. So can you see what an incredible experience it is to be here on earth where you can doubt yourself? Where you can doubt yourself and you can use that to expand, to go beyond the doubt. You never had any fear in the other realms. But here on earth you have fear and you use it. Especially if you're wise, you use that fear to expand, to go beyond it, to discover more of you. It's so incredible from soul's perspective. The fear, the pain, the confusion, all of it. It's unique. to the human experience. And it has brought you and your soul so much knowing, so much experience, so much wisdom. And now, if you are here, if you are resonating with this, you are bringing it all together. All of those other little fingers of you, bringing them all together, gathering together all of their experiences, bringing it all into this amazing nectar of wisdom, of knowing, of experience, of this incredible being that you are. Can you feel that?
Stay in this beautiful receiving place of this awareness, of this you that is not even definable, beautiful. I feel so much light and love entering the body and rejuvenating it and bringing so much new perspective to this little fingers as they realize, oh, I am a finger of something so much bigger. And being aware of that, it's so important. And to listen to the new messages that our soul is having prepared for us, and the feelings and new directions. So I would like to thank you all for being here with us. For me it was very beautiful experience. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
I feel like creating these places where we can come back to ourselves and remember the bigger picture. That's what we did now, I guess.
Yes. One thing we want to add in is we use the metaphor of the little finger, but that is not to minimize in any way this being that you are, you the human. Each one of these beings that you are across your timescape, each one is itself all that you are, all together. And each one is now starting to realize that. So the human tends to, well, we use metaphors, but don't let that metaphor be a box. It's not about you being a little insignificant finger. You're so significant to your soul, but not in the ways that the human worries about. And that's what we want you to hear. to your human, everything you are going through. Oh, it matters so much as an experience. But it doesn't matter that you get it right. You can't get it wrong. It's just an experience. It doesn't matter what you as the human do next. You'll know. As you open up to your soul, to your knowing, you will know in each moment what to do. You will find life unfolding for you in the moment. Like the illustration John saw one time of the goddess stepping into the void. And with each step, creation blossomed. The earth itself came into existence and blossomed beneath her foot. That's how life is meant to be. Human wants to plan it all out and lay it all out ahead of itself. But as soul, you know that's not how it works. It opens, it blossoms, it exists as you step forward. And that's all it takes. Open up. Put one foot in front of the other. You'll always know in the moment where to put your next foot. And discover what's there.
And everything comes in the right moment.
In the right moment. Which doesn't always match the human's perception of what the right moment is.
No.
Indeed. It's been an honor to be here with each of you, with my so beloved wife.
And so beloved husband.
Until next time. And so it is.